Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. You've been excellent on the stream. We've been reading your comments on chat and online, on HLTV, and on Reddit.
Everywhere.
You've been fantastic this weekend. Let's take you into the final in style. It's Virtus.pro, LGB, 1-1. Here we go. VP starting on the T side with Pasha to lead the charge. Bjarly with the headshot, traded out with Twist getting the revenge. As Neo Flash takes damage and will retreat. Bjarly will just continue to fire in through the smoke as it'll be Crims to get himself the next frag. Crims has been nothing short of brilliant thus far. Twist is going to help himself to one more, and LGB have a two-man advantage here as Neo comes in to quickly pull back one for the Polish side. Dennis in on Taz, and there's only one man left standing. It's Neo or bust with the bomb down, as in down a long way away from Neo, not down as in planted, to clarify the difference. And Dennis is going to try and hold on to it and get the frag, and LGB claim themselves round number one, and that is exactly what a CT side wants.
Yeah, definitely. If you can pick the first pistol round, I mean, especially the first one on the city side, then you are almost obliged to have a great city side, because we have seen that in the past on CSGO, but the city side is heavily favored for the city players.
Yeah, this is a map where you can go 12-3, 13-2, 14-1 quite easily. We saw it first game of the day, Fnatic LGB, and let's see what we're going to see this time. This Crims with that Famus will have players making the crossover towards the top. Pasha is there with the bomb as well, so this is going to be a 5-man B push split 2 and 3. Nades will, smoke will come down to try and guide their way, and the flash will force Crims to come into the fray, and he comes in with headshots. 2 down, Pasha, the last man up. It'll be Dennis to get himself a fragged by Bjarly, sorry. As Virtus.pro coming in with 2 more. They're going to get the bomb down, but they're in a 3-on-2, and it'll be Neo, and Neo again. Can he finish off the job? Neo using that pull to great advantage. It's 2 players with no health to do the job. Bjarly picks it up, and again, we'll see a pistol round nullified straight away.
And this game is just going crazy and totally out of hand. You never know what's gonna happen, and Virtus.pro, even though they are losing the very first round of this deciding map, they are already back in business. That is sensational, to take your words.
You don't get that word. Great stuff from Virtus.pro. They're on the board, and the crowd loving every minute of this. Pasha will nade down. They force a eco from the LGB side. And to add to the predictions that we saw from Scoots and Katie, who both went for VP, Nothing, who's sat here with us, he went for LGB.
Yes, that's true. Nothing having the American hopes, maybe, but Virtus.pro, they already seem very good on the map, and now this round is going to be crucial. If they manage to win this one, then they're going to have a very good start for the terrorist side.
Chaz is going to come up against Crims on the far side, and Crims has had an excellent match, and he'll kick up with 1. Oh, you almost felt that was inevitable that he'd get some kills, and he'll make his way through. Neo will dart down towards that site, and VP will be held back by that Molotov. Perfect timing from that. That'll allow players to come in. Taz is going to get himself 1 more. Dennis is going to trade frags, but Taz has his second with that Galil, and we're down to just 2 VP players. One of them naded out, and Twist is the man in to frag Pasha. Twist has 2 points of health and 2 players to find.
And surely he's gonna just fall back and try to stick with his Kevlar and Diggle, because he knows that it's gonna be impossible with 2 HP to win over 2 fully equipped Virtus.pro players, and he's doing absolutely the right call.
So 2-1 VP on T side. That's exactly the start the doctor ordered. Virtus.pro will get a clap on the back from the manager, but more importantly, they'll have the noise from the crowd to buoy them on, and they look confident. you see the fist pumps all the time. That just keeps such a positive attitude in the team. It does make a difference. You guys actually are probably the most non-emotional team when you're playing. How does that? Why? Does it just not affect you guys?
Well, we just try to be 100% focused with the game, and just we have our moments where we explode and just be extremely happy, but it tends to happen either at the end of the half or at the end of the map. Those guys, well, they know how to work with everything, and that has been the same since the beginning. They have been cheering for each other 24/7, and that's every single time what the Polish are doing. Because they can be winning, they can be losing, they're always going to cut into each other's hand, and it's really, really nice to see.
Neo will follow that flash down the ladder. Nobody there. The CT side is split 3 and 2, 2 down on B. Neo's ready to hook his head off the top. Wait, this bomb has been planted and VP have barely fired a shot in anger. They've only lost 32 points of health between the two sides. As Neo will go through, firing towards those smokes. There are CT players coming his way now. As Neo will go through this man on the bomb actually, and it's Dennis who's there. Virtus.pro need to pick him off. They do, but it costs them 2 players. Neo and Pasha both down, and now you can see Bialy gets 2 headshots to dispatch of any drama. But 2 frags for the CT side, and the bomb will blow as well. So that'll be 3-1 to VP.
And look at the crowd, they're just cheering so hard for the Polish team.
We can't hear them where we are, but I can interpret the beats of the boomsticks.
we can fit it 100%.
To go to the beat of Virtus.pro.
It has been the same thing since the beginning of the game. It's just been crazy.
It has. The grenade cam actions of Steel have been fantastic throughout this tournament. Great job to you, sir. Pasha will push in with Bialy as they make their way down. Trying to get themselves a headshot onto Twist, and this is the first buy round for the CT side. LGB lose 2, but get 2. As Pasha will go down and CTs will find themselves a man to the good. It's Taz and Snacks who are going to have to deliver something big here as they nade up towards the top of the bird's nest. It'll be Taz to get himself one in on Olivemeister, and that opens up that A site once again for them. The bomb is down just by that site. 2 other players by Z hallways, and Taz, headshot onto Crims, delivers himself a massive one. They know exactly where Dennis is. He has been naded as well. He's only got 19 points of health, but his headshot onto Snacks means it's a one-on-one. It's Taz to deliver once more here on Train, as he has done year after year. And there's a fire that burns in Taz's heart.
Taz is even on his feet. You can see the pressure. You can see how close these rounds are and how important they are. And Taz, you can see he wants this victory. He's not going to give everything away to LGB.
This is his moment. This is what Taz wants for his, it's not going to happen. You kind of feel like he might think, well, winning on home soil, if they were to win tomorrow, might as well just retire after that. Not going to happen, but it's the ultimate high for him.
Well, Taz, you never know when he's going to stop. And you can see that even though he is 27, if I'm right, he has all the young energy to just bring games home, and he's just so hyped still.
It's going to be Neo and Passion go in. They do lose Neo in that B-bomb site, but there are only 2 players left up for LGB. It's going to be Sipe to come in, bomb planted, and Sipe gets himself the kill onto Bialy. And Snacks will trade and get himself those last 2. Sipe and Twist both goes down. To go back to the conversation of Taz and when he might retire. I was talking to him before this game. I was like, "You're going to be the next White Raw," and he's like, "I don't know. I'd like to be, the next old player who gets rich." That was his comment.
That is a very good point from him.
He wants to win. He wants to go all the way.
Taz always has the perfect small words, but it's going to make you laugh.
Yeah. Oh, warp shot just. Get connected onto Neo. There's Pasha will go in, and it'll be an AWP onto Neo, and Pasha will get picked off by Twist, and LGB will begin to start their recovery. But 5 rounds for this T side is a healthier start as you could ask for, as they'll see LGB getting frag after frag. It's only Snacks to put up the resistance. He's now 1 on 4, and he's going nowhere as he was caught between a train and a wall. With bullets coming at him. It's 5-2. Virtus.pro will be more than happy though.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Virtus.pro are up 5-2, and that's already a very good start on Train, especially on the terrorist side. They need few more rounds though if they want to feel very comfortable into this game. Let's see what they can show us.
Nades exchange as Taz will plant the bomb on the top of the stairwell. Let's see whether anyone comes out of B. Nothing happening for him. He's joined by Neo, and it'll be Olofmeister with that AWP, who's going to go up against Pasha here. Olofmeister hasn't shown, but if Pasha were to do that movement one more time, he would see Olofmeister. There it is, there's a shot! And it's returned in earnest as Olofmeister darted back. He took 25 points off at Pasha, but it's Crims at B who might not see any action here. Virtus.pro unable to get a pick. They've put Neo a long way down. He was looking for something. He had Pasha with the AWP looking onto Olofmeister. They've not been able to create any open for them, so now they're going to go back to the book of 5-on-5 with 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, we're just trying to play it simple. We're just walking throughout the map, and LGB, well, they have no information, so they have to play very passively and very classically with 2 people onto the B bomb side and 3 onto the A bomb side. So let's see what kind of special thing can Virtus.pro deliver to just surprise their opponent.
Here come the nades, and here come Virtus.pro. In towards the site they go. Neo gets himself a kill under Crims. It's all on Dennis to stop the assault, and he does exactly that. It's Snacks that goes down. He was expecting to see more players, but Dennis will help himself to frag number 2. Neo's down, and VP couldn't quite get in and own that site quick enough after that first frag, and that's allowed Dennis to help himself to 3 big frags. Great work from him. That'll be Olofmeister to finish off the job, but Dennis, a one-man army on that B site.
And LGB, well, they were just waiting for Virtus.pro to come at them, and that's what happened. Virtus.pro, they only had 30 seconds to work with when they attacked the B bomb side, and that wasn't a good thing because they couldn't fake anything. They were obliged to be committed to that bomb side, and LGB, well, in the end, they had 5 players on B, and Virtus.pro just couldn't do anything.
Still have that AWP on Pasha for this round. Let's see what they've got. They do have armor as well. There's 3 players. They're going to pick a very quick push in towards that A site. Get the bomb down and have a 5-man after plant with Taz getting the frag. Nice work from Virtus.pro. This has worked a treat. They've lost Taz, but he did 2 frags before that happened. Pasha's AWP got in on Dennis, and Virtus.pro are helping them to 1 more. It's going to be Snacks that drops Olofmeister. Yarly comes in. I do not believe it. Virtus.pro take a bow.
Taz on his feet again. That is the 2nd save round that Virtus.pro won in only 1 half. That shows how bad they are prepared and ready to take down LGB on this 3rd map. Extremely good play from Virtus.pro.
6-3 in favor of VP on their T side. The home crowd will be over the moon thus far. Remember, NIP lie in wait tomorrow. It's the first final of the day, and it'll be on the main stage. If they get there, the roof is going to come off from the noise. Crims, point blank, picks off Taz. Snacks also down. Bialy did get 1, but LGB a man to the good. And that's a brute force shot from Olofmeister. And he's got another one as Pasha will go down as well. Bomb has been planted, but they're all dead. Money will flow, though, courtesy of that.
Yeah, thanks to the bomb plan. Virtus.pro's 6th round, though, they still have a very good lead, especially on the T side on Train. So they can't be disappointed in any way. They have a very good start. They are still leading 6-4, and they just have to keep the momentum going. They have to just get round per round, having as many as possible, and then the city side should be good for them.
They could lose the next 5 rounds, and they should still go in at the half happy.
Yes, definitely. That's the huge part.
So let's see. From LGB's perspective, they will be angry. They will be very unhappy that they weren't able to convert that pistol round into a 3-0 lead. They will look at the armor eco from VP as well, that later turned it around again. But we'll see. There's still plenty of CS to play, and we've seen rule books thrown out the window so many times. This twist and sight will go safe around. VP very quickly in towards that A site. Twist, horseback, does see one going in towards the site, and it was Crims who got the kill, in fact. And Virtus.pro tried to replicate that quick plant strat that worked so well for them last time. It's not working this time. LGB are getting frag after frag on that A site, and it's only Snacks and Pasha left standing. Up against 3, and Olofmeister's AWP is deep in B. So they do have an opportunity in on A with Olofmeister away, but he's coming around to support Crims any second now, and they just can't get cleanly in towards that site. They think about it, they go in, they go out, and in the end they're forced out, and they've got very little health to make a move around towards the B site, if that's what they want to do. But with only 35 seconds to go, they're running out of time. They're actually, what's interesting is, if this were a fake on an A rotation, or on a B rotation, it would have been perfect for them. But actually it's a save.
That wasn't the plan on the first hand for Virtus.pro. So they were coming into that A-bomb site, and now they're just trying to save their weapons, and that's what they need to do. They need to be able to buy round after round. They must not let LGB take away easy rounds, and Virtus.pro, that's experience talking. They know about what they're doing. They are just saving weapons, and they need those key rounds once again. But will help them go into the second half with a huge lead.
They called a save 40 seconds to go,
yes,
which is one big factor. And then after LGB would have realized it was a save, they didn't have either the confidence or the experience or whatever you want to try and chase out at least one of those guns.
Yes, that was a very good thing by Virtus.pro, and you can see the immense level of those two teams going head to head.
Olofmeister's going to see love down here on the B-bomb site. The love is coming from Taz and Neo, but Neo's been down, and here will come reinforcements. Olofmeister had to hit that shot and didn't, and now they've got him in his sights. Bialy will claim the frag. It's a trade there for an AWPer for Neo, and crucial stuff for Virtus.pro that may open up B, but Crims is still there with the M4, and he is joined by Sight as well, coming from Z hallway. Snacks gets a huge hit onto Crims. Opportunity now for Virtus.pro. Twist tried to flank and it didn't work. Sight dancing between the trains isn't going to happen. Virtus.pro haven't actually gone into B at all. They've got Pasha running around A, waiting to see if there's anyone there. He's going to sound the alarm. Guys, come on down. It's party time at A. Dennis is pushed out. He's realized that as well, and Sight's moving over. We've got to have a rotation from him, and Sight, oh, he's right behind Bialy. Here goes Sight. Oh, I don't believe it. Huge from Dennis. He gets 2 big frags onto them there. And now it's Snacks will come in. Snacks going up against him. Can't do it. Dennis's hat trick has delivered. And Dennis, the menace for LGB, is now 1-on-1. This would be a 1-on-4 if he were to deliver. He's going to come through the Z hallways, and that'll be right where Pasha was looking. But we'll pull out now, and Pasha's going to use that timer to all that he's got, as we're looking at 46 health, plays 48 health. There's nothing between them. Dennis takes a quick look up top. There's nothing there. He'll dance across. He'll come across that final train. Won't see anything again. He's going to have to walk a long, long way. And Pasha delivers for Virtus.pro. You have to feel for Dennis because his 3 frags turned around that round. But Pasha playing it by the book.
And there is LGB here. They came very strong from a 2-on-4, but Pasha with the crazy 1-on-2. Pasha tonight, he's been playing incredibly well.
Yeah, absolutely. 7-5 the score. Virtus.pro looking good. So Olofmeister will look, and it's only Bialy who's a little way down from there. I don't think he'll see him. We switch over towards Taz, and Twist as Ashes. And actually, you've got Snacks and Neo who are actually toying with the idea of going to B. Taz is there with them. And Crims and Dennis on that B site are 2 man mountains to get past. They both had a great game.
Yeah, definitely. And that has been since the beginning. Especially Dennis, he's sitting on 16 kills and a 2 kill death ratio. That is extremely good for the LGB side. He has been extremely helpful.
Virtus.pro have seen nothing. They don't know, they've garnered no advantage, and now we're down to just 40 seconds here.
Yeah, and now we're just gonna go blindly onto the A-bomb side, and LGB, they have to be ready for it.
5-man push coming from 3 different angles for Virtus.pro. Neo makes his way up, looks to shoot. Oh, isn't going to get that kill. In fact, it'll be Olafmeister to return the favor. Bjarli goes down, bomb planted, so worst case scenario is for Virtus.pro that they have the money from that, but LGB with a man advantage. Snax is going to come in from the back as well. He's got a huge role to play. We trade Olafmeister for Pasha though on the site. Twist going in as Neo will now show, and Taz will go down, and now it's all on Snax to stop the defuse. He goes in, he shoots a 1-man, and it's the bomb diffuser. Beautiful play from Snax. He may die in the end, but it was the bomb diffuser that he took out, and it's Crims that'll come in and finish off the job. In the end, 1-on-4 was too much to ask for, but Snax tried his best.
Yeah, definitely, and that's where you can see where the Polish guys, they are always surprising. He was 1-on-4, but he still did have a very huge chance into winning this round. But the Swedes, well, they had some different skills to work with, and the bomb wasn't planted for long enough.
Good retake from LGB.
Very good retake. They were 5-on-4, and they just didn't let any chance to Virtus.pro.
Dennis is 16 frags to the good. The split is 11. Sight has but 5 frags on this one. On the other side, the Virtus.pro split, very small. It's 11 to Bjarli, down to 7 on Neo. As Dennis will maybe see action from Neo on B. He's at the bottom of that corridor there. In fact, he'll absolutely see action from Neo as he picks him off. The Crims will help themselves to a frag. Pasha's got himself one back. But with Snax and Bjarli left standing, they'll desperately want to get that bomb in. And Snax is a long, long way away from Bjarli. If there was an opportunity to get that bomb down, it may now be an A. But Olafmeister's nailed him, to put it politely, and Dennis finishes off the job. 7-7 tie game, but that doesn't tell you the full story.
No, this game has been very intense, and the Virtus.pro, they started off extremely great. And LGB, well, they're fighting very hard, but at this game, right now, Virtus.pro is winning because the terrorist rounds are way more valuable than city rounds on this map. And 7 rounds on the terrorist side. That is very good.
Last round of the half. Auto sniper for Crims. It's Olafmeister is going to strike down upon Taz with great anger. Twist will come in with frag number 2 as Pasha will go down. Returning the favor is Bjarli and Snax. 2 headshots each, but then a return of 2 of their own. It's Neo on 2 here. Crucial. Sorry, it's Crims and Dennis will go through up against Neo, who has the bomb, but Neo just wastes Dennis.
No, this 1-on-1 is going to be very intense. Crims, he doesn't know what Neo can do because he could hardly be behind him or in front of him. He doesn't know. Neo has got the whole control of the map right now, and
the bomb to boot.
And he has the bomb on his back, so Crims is going kind of blindlessly into this 1-on-1.
Crims is going to come from CT spawn, and Neo puts the bomb down on the T side of the site. He retreats all the way back towards the ladder. He's just making sure that that's not where Crims is coming from, because he knows as little as Crims does actually about his movements. But the bomb is ticked, and this for 8-7 to one of the 2 teams. It'll be Crims now beginning to get closer and closer to that site, and Neo has heard nothing, and now we'll hear the defuse as he goes in and jumps up. Crims diverts, Neo gonna show, and Neo now gonna go and finish off the job. Good play from Neo, textbook, and the home crowd love it as we go 8-7 up for Virtus.pro.
And I think everyone is as excited as this crowd because Neo played this one brilliantly. It was an excellent play from him. That 1 and 2. The first headshot was
pure Neo.
That was pure magic.
There was no error in the matrix there.
No.
You have to excuse a matrix joke. I've been casting for years. I've never made one. That's the one I'm ever going to make. And look at that crowd. Guys, you've been fantastic. Let's hear you one more time. Can Virtus.pro get it through as they move on to the CT side? They're 8-7 up against LGB. Look at the fans. What you should look at if you're at home is look at the tiers, the 2nd and the 3rd tier. You can't buy a seat there. It's full.
Everything is full, and that is crazy. Even though I'm almost sure that League of Legends and StarCraft 2 are over.
Finished.
Everything is over. It's only Counter-Strike, and even though there's only Counter-Strike left, you can feel in the whole stadium, you can hear the screams and the noise, and that's Counter-Strike.
Absolutely. It'll be the first final up tomorrow on the main stage.
And nobody wants to
it'll be
miss
the
that.
best final tomorrow, we know that.
Yes, that's going to be insane. No matter which team goes through, it will be immense Counter-Strike.
So, we're about to get the second half underway. Got 20 seconds left for you to tell us exactly what's going to happen.
Well, I think Virtus.pro now have very good chances of taking this home because 7 rounds on the city side, you can't really be happy. You can't be happy about that. I mean, you know that this map advantages the city players, and that wasn't the best thought for LGB, and now Virtus.pro, supported by the whole crowd, we will see what they can bring.
I'm going to go LGB to win the pistol.
Oh, that's a huge, huge word.
We've seen everything in this tournament. It's been fantastic. Let's see whether we're going to see more twists and turns. That T side have rushed all the way down towards the B bomb site. And will charge in. It's only Snacks there. Neo's going to rotate around from the C hallways as Snacks gets himself frag number 1 onto Dennis. And Snacks is now going to try and stop that bomb pump, but it will go down before he can see it. And Pasha is getting in on the action. Taz out. Pasha picks off Olofmeister. Snacks now coming around from the top to try and come in the back. Sipe gets himself 1 onto Pasha, and the LGB side are 3-on-3 here with a plant and a little bit more health, but they've just lost Crims. Bialy's going to come in now with the headshot onto Sipe, and actually get the headshot, but does the job, and it's Twist to save the day for LGB. He gets himself 1 onto Bialy, and Neo pokes his head out and shuts down Twist and says, thanks for showing up, but don't bother next time. Bomb defused, pentagram again, Virtus.pro, you name it, they are flying.
These Polish guys, they are incredible, and Neo made an excellent retake. Cold Blood works always perfectly.
9-7 Virtus.pro. They are in the driving seat now. But last time around, the CT side did win the pistol, and the T's took it away from them.
Yes, it has been crazy for the whole series, but this time LGB, they only have Glocks and no Carrots. They don't want to risk their economy on this one because it's so hard to win sneak around on train, and they know that.
Not helped by the loss of Sipe early on. The other 3 players have come all the way in. Interesting push here from Olofmeister and Dennis. They've gone straight through CT spawn, and they're going to sandwich out Snacks on that B side if they can. But Neo says no, thank you, and he'll try and get that bomb down quickly to stop the to help the system. But he's up against an armada of Virtus.pro players. And in the end, good play from Twist, because on an eco round, the best you can hope for is getting the bomb down. But I really like the move. They sacrificed 1 player as they came in from Ivy just to keep, I think it was Taz, occupied, and the other 2 just charged in through CT spawn, and they had 3 players coming in on B. Ultimately, they got the bomb down, and
I think that was their goal. They just wanted the bomb down, and now look at that, they can Katowice, and that's going to be a halt for Virtus.pro because they only have pharmacists to work with. But if they win this round, then they're going to be in an excellent shape for the whole city side. LGB, they have to win this one.
10-7 VP. 120,000 of you watching this game, and we welcome you all. Pasha with that Famas, about to see 2 coming his way. He turns around the corner, gets a headshot. Ah, beautiful Pasha! Olofmeister and Crims mowed down by that Famas, and Pasha's done his job. It leaves just 3 players up. They're all on the rear side. Twist is going to come on towards B. He sees nothing there. He can't call it. Sipe's going to pick up the bomb and move over towards B. And Virtus.pro in a 3-on-5 after plant have to take this. Dennis is going to make as much noise as he can over at A, while Snacks will see the real assault coming his way. In fact, Twist and Sipe are going to return back, I think.
And there is 1 player, Dennis. He has to make all the work. He is outside all alone, and he's not by his teammate.
He gets himself frag number one. It's Taz that goes down. And there's the second. Dennis goes for the third. Twist has stopped him. And from a 5-on-3, it's a 2-on-1 with the bomb about to go down courtesy of Twist. Snacks is going to have to go monumentally huge at this point to save this round. He's firing blind. He's given away his position as well. And Virtus.pro will be kicking themselves if he doesn't do this. Snacks gets the first frag. It's Dennis that goes down. And Snacks makes his way across and finishes off the job and says, Dennis, anything you can do, I can do too. And Virtus.pro get the round, but you've got to say to Dennis, time and time again, he's had these individual plays and kind of deserves better than to be on the wrong end of it.
Yeah, well, you can feel sad for Dennis and the whole LGB side, but look at that, the whole crowd is cheering so hard for Virtus.pro because they are bringing amazing plays, and Snacks, he just showed what Virtus.pro is capable of.
11-7 VP. LGB need a round out of somewhere. So, full buy for them this time around. So Pasha picks off Olofmeister trying to come in, and Pasha's done that 2 rounds in a row. Coming in on the coming in off Ivy is just impossible.
He has been playing extremely great on those last 2 maps. He was on 35 kills or more on Mirage, and now he is on 15 kills, but Crims, no, he gets revenge by Neo though. And look at that, LGB are trying to cover the map, they're going 1-1, but Virtus.pro, they seem totally on point.
Taz is going to see 2 players coming this way, but Neo helps him out. Frag onto Dennis, and Taz finishes the job. Sipe goes down, and they only lost 1 man that round as well, Virtus.pro. 12-7, 5-round the advantage, 4 rounds away from glory, and we are really looking at a realistic chance of a Virtus.pro NIP final.
Yeah, Virtus.pro, they are 300% hyped. They want this final, they want to be able to compete here. And well, they have all the cards in their hands right now. They are just waiting for those little rounds to go their way.
And remember what Taz said on day 1 in our interview with him. I want to show Get Right, I want to show Heat, and I want to show Khan that we're still great, that we're still relevant.
They are, and these guys, no matter for how long they have been playing, they have this in their blood. They are born for this. They are competitors. They just want to win so bad. They are just working 24/7 for it, and now that's when they can call themselves legends.
Absolutely. 13-7 now, as LGB will be feeling a lot of pressure. This is something where experience comes in. This is something where, well, let's say before we write that obituary, what the playbook of LGB has here. Nades are in, they're pushing forward now, and it's Pasha and that Orpa lining up through the Molotov that did some damage. We're losing LGB players really fast though. It's only Olofmeister to reply after 3 VP frags. Olofmeister down to 15 points of health as well, and it'll be Bialy to move in. Taz is there, Olofmeister 15 points of health, and no hope as he's slowed down by Snacks. And this is coming to a close very quickly here.
That was a very, very huge round by Virtus.pro. They just locked down those tactics from LGB, and that shows how good they are so far. They are just on point in every single bomb site. Every single player is delivering insane kills.
Virtus.pro will sleep well tonight. Taz singled out LGB as one of the hottest teams they were playing online, a team that they feared the most. And they're 2 rounds away from defeating them. Bialy will rattle off a few shots. It is an A push, and Bialy will catch wind of one. He moves his way across to see Taz die at the hands of Twist. Neo comes in, he and Bialy combine for 3, 4 frags, and that'll be that. It's 15-7, it's 8 match points. Virtus.pro and the fan favorites are carrying it home.
You can see that the beauty of the Polish side is that the players and the crowd are both standing up and cheering so hard. That is just insane.
As a neutral, you're always on the crowd side.
Yes. And the crowd is 100% Virtus.pro side.
We'll see tomorrow a final and a half. Credit to LGB though. They have given us a game here. They have defeated the DreamHack Winter Champions Fnatic.
Yes.
And they have come a long, long way in a very short period of time.
Yeah, definitely. And LGB, they haven't been practiced that much for this event, and they reached the semifinals, so they can't be disappointed by the result. They have been playing insanely great. And Virtus.pro though, everything is still to be done. Taz, he said it before with Sean, he wants the victory. If he reaches the final, he will give everything for the #1 spot.
He is the only thing, as much as I hate to get off the bandwagon, we'll come back to it, but Taz is the lowest fragger on every map thus far.
He though gets 2 kills, but yeah, Taz always does his job. That's the point.
2 frags for Bjarly, and Virtus.pro are 3 frags away from finishing off the job. Crims dispatches of Neo though, and the bomb goes down. Snax' grenade was on point, sight down and out. Taz from the back. Taz gonna get one, and can he be the man who sends Virtus.pro into the final? It is Taz, it is Virtus.pro, and he waves goodbye to the Swedes as Virtus.pro emerge victorious 16-7, 2-1. The home crowd favorites are roaring into the final of the grand stage tomorrow, where they will face the world #1 team in NIP. Do Taz, Neo and Pasha have what they've had so many years ago?
And you can see the whole stadium is moving by the Virtus.pro chants. Look at that, look at the whole crowd is just crazy, and as crazy as the players, because that has been an intense best of 3. Amazing game, and once again, this is sensational!
Yeah. You're getting it, MBK. I tell you what, you'll be taking over the play-by-play seat for the moment. Well done, Virtus.pro. You have been brilliant. The game was magnificent. LGB, let's not forget them. Their match against Fnatic today was marvelous, but that is what the fans wanted to see. Taz roars on the home crowd. And you guys have done magnificently. Look at it all.
Taz, you have to be, you have to fear for these guys. You have to be happy with them because they have been working so hard. And look at that, they are passing by the trophy and they won it. And once again, they want to thank the whole crowd because that is definitely a huge win for them.
This is what CS dreams are made of?
100%. They dream of this final since days. And doing that in front of the Polish crowd,